Welcome back to our mini-series on meditation for beginners. Last week we already looked at some of the special qualities we need to have in the practice of meditation, and also how to integrate meditation into our everyday lives. This week we're going to be looking at the interplay between everyday life and our ability to meditate well. Because meditation is an abstract concept, we have to understand it in the beginning via a series of metaphors. And today I'd like you to start by imagining an old-fashioned radio, the sort where if you want to tune into a radio station, you have two knobs, a large knob and a small knob. The large one is used for coarse tuning and the small knob is used for fine tuning. If you're looking for a radio station, the first thing you have to do is to do the coarse tuning by your large knob in order to find the radio station you want to listen to. Only then do you use the small knob for the fine tuning to eradicate any squeals or hisses in order to listen to your radio station more clearly. In the same way with meditation, we can also talk about coarse tuning and fine tuning. Coarse tuning for the mind, in fact, it entails the way we live our everyday life, the dignity, the well-being in our meditation, and also the amount of things which we do which make us feel good about ourselves. As for the fine tuning of the mind, this is more to do with meditation itself. The amount of hours we put into meditation, sitting cross-legged with our eyes shut each and every day. Why should we be interested in coarse tuning and fine tuning of the mind? Well, the reason for this is because in each and every day of our life we have ups and downs of the mind. Sometimes we feel good about ourselves, sometimes we may feel lousy. But the fact that we have ups and downs in the mind is not due to meditation alone. Sometimes it's due to our personal circumstances as well. And if we can get more experience concerning the way to adjust our everyday lives so that the coarse tuning of our mind is better adjusted, then we can enjoy longer ups of the mind and be able to go further in our meditation as well. Let's look at the average day for perhaps an average person like ourselves, where they get up in the morning and the first thing they do is to have a meditation practice which fine-tunes the mind to have a higher potential. After that, maybe they come downstairs and they start to make some breakfast for their old mother with a skillful thought in mind to bring happiness and pleasure out of gratitude to their mother. But then perhaps the children are messing around instead of going to school, which annoys them. And because of that, the coarse tuning of the mind causes the quality of the mind to be disrupted. Then, again, if the man thinks back to making the breakfast for his mother, perhaps he's going to be in a good mood again. And after that, he'll manage to get ready for work. Perhaps shouting at the children a little bit will reduce the quality of his mind. But by the time he's on the way to work and making the intention to do good things at work, to earn every penny of the salary he's paid, then perhaps he's back in a skillful state of mind again. So his mind is up. But in the traffic, if someone cuts in front of him or tries to overtake him on the inside, perhaps that's going to irritate him, which again will disrupt the quality of his mind. Again, because of coarse tuning of the mind, because he's so easily irritated, then he may experience more mental distress or more mental trauma. Then at work, as he has to do a lot of thinking during the day, maybe he will find that the quality of his mind will start to wind down more and more. This is only natural because it seems like the battery of the mind are worn down when we have to do more thinking during the day. This is what we've talked about in previous episodes, where the mental energy has become less and less. Then, by the time he reaches home again, if he's in a good mood for meditation, maybe he can meditate in order to do more fine-tuning of the mind, to raise up and recharge the batteries of the mind, so that his mind is on a better mental level before he goes to bed for the evening. Some people who are new to meditation think that only by meditation alone they will be able to make more progress in their meditation practice. But in fact, this is not the whole story. If you want to go far in your meditation, you have to take some interest in the quality of your everyday life as well. You have to make some adjustments so that your everyday life is compatible with your newfound high mental lifestyle. Some people try to meditate alone in order to raise the quality of their mind. but they will always find that the quality of their mind is dragged down by the circumstances in which they find themselves in their everyday life. On the other hand, some people try to boost the quality of their mental state simply by leading their lives in a wholesome way. Maybe you've seen some old ladies who help with charitable works all their lives, but maybe they never discovered meditation. Again, at a certain level, those old ladies won't be able to elevate the quality of their mind any further, because they are held back by the fine-tuning of their mind. Thus, the ideal for those who are new to meditation is to adjust both the fine-tuning of your mind by meditating more, and also the coarse tuning of your mind by taking attention to your everyday life to find out the sort of things which may be holding you back in your meditation. Sometimes when we are talking about meditation, we hear about untoward experiences, maybe even mystical or frightening experiences in meditation. But what I would like to offer the viewers today is the explanation that sometimes it's because the fine-tuning and the coarse tuning of the mind are not entirely compatible, or perhaps have not been done in the right order at all, to make such sorts of unwanted experiences in meditation happen. This is why in meditation we often emphasize that we have to be humble when we come to the practice of our meditation. Some people lack coarse tuning in their meditation. They may have the wrong motivation to meditate. For example, wanting to be powerful or wanting to be a meditation teacher and to have a lot of students. These are the wrong sorts of motivation to help people go further in their meditation practice. So what can we do about these things? Well, the important thing is to find the proper equilibrium in our practice. Apart from acknowledging that there are always better people at meditation than us, the next thing we have to pay special attention to is exactly where we're focusing in our meditation. Because there are three different sorts of meditation in the world. There's meditation where you have vision but no knowledge. There's meditation where you have knowledge but no vision. And there's meditation where you have both vision and knowledge. With the sort of meditation where we have vision but no knowledge, often this comes from the sort of meditation where people focus outside their body. Perhaps concentrating their mind on the sun shining in the sky can be actually quite a painful experience. It does reach some sort of concentration, however, but it can be frightening experiences which such people have in their meditation because they see things as a result of their meditation which they don't understand. When you see things you don't understand, then of course it's frightening. And this is why we try to avoid this sort of externalized meditation practice in this particular mini-series. Apart from that, it can also be devastating for us because for as long as the mind is outside the body or externalized, we don't have full control of how we are placing our mind. A second sort of meditation, which also I'd like to advise against, is a meditation that leads to knowledge but without vision. This is characteristics of various sorts of meditation where we focus on different parts of the body, excluding the center of the body. For example, it may include in and out breathing, or focusing on the center of the diaphragm as it is rising and falling, or meditating on a particular part of the body like the center of the forehead. We advise against this sort of meditation because it gives rise only to a feeling about something which is going to happen, for example, but without any images to give the details of this new knowledge which we have. Again, it can be an unconcerting experience which we have in our meditation. So what can we do if we want to have both knowledge and vision in our meditation? The answer to this is to meditate at the center of our body, in which case we'll be able to achieve a balance of both knowledge and vision. We only see as much as we understand, and we understand as much as we can see. So if you want to find the place which is the most efficient place to coarse tune and fine tune your mind all at once, then it's very important to focus at the center of the body. How you actually get to the center of your body is another question, because there are as many as 40 different major meditation techniques available to us. It's rather like there are many different sorts of food available in the world. In fact, all food simply serves the purpose of filling up our stomach. But because we have different personalities and tastes, then different sorts of food may get us to that objective. It's the same thing with meditation. Because we may have different personalities, then different sorts of meditation may help us in the beginning to get further in our fine-tuning towards our destination. But it's often said that although we may have different starting points in our meditation, the ending point is just the same. It's rather like taking a syringe of medicine and injecting it into this finger, or maybe that finger or that finger. It makes no difference, because in the end, the medicine which you've injected is going to come into your veins, through your arm to your heart, and eventually it's going to go throughout your body in your bloodstream. In the same way for meditation, although you may start in different ways, in the end, it'll all bring you to the center of your body, to a point where there are no more thoughts in the mind, and to the point where there's going to be brightness arising in the mind. So although we may have different starting points, but in the end, we have the same goal in our meditation. So, this week we've been looking a little bit at the interplay between our everyday life and our ability to meditate well. We've discovered that although meditation may have different starting points, but if you achieve the right balance of fine-tuning and coarse tuning, you'll be able to attain brightness within you, whatever your school of practice. Next week we're going to be going on to look a little bit more about how to integrate meditation into our everyday life. In the meantime, you should maintain your well-being by meditating every day and trying to fix the habit of meditation into your daily routine. Because if you have the fine-tuning of your life going together with the coarse tuning, then before long you're going to be able to reach a point of balance in your meditation to allow you to tune into the higher things which already exist in your mind. So keep up your good practice, and I'll see you again next week.